Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to bask in unprecedented glory, because today I'm going to be shedding light on why the Lord of the Rings Online Mordor expansion Update 23 is not worth playing. Why is it no longer worth playing? Why should you desist, abstain, and refrain from playing the Lord of the Rings Online? Has it lost its luster? Has it lost its merits? Well, the crux of the issue is the grind is incessant. It never ever ends. It's interminable, to say the least. This is a dire issue because you need to earmark time in order to get your character to level 23 and get the endgame gear to partake in the metagame content. The game has rudimentary gameplay mechanics, to say the least, so it's not thought-provoking, it's not very stimulating, the combat feels slow, it feels like everything could have been more streamlined if they modernized the game per se. It just feels antiquated. I love the maps. They are definitely glorious to look at and quite a spectacle to feast your eyes on, but it's just a major deterrent and a major impediment when you have to just constantly level up, constantly doing hours into grinding to upgrade your gear just to be able to participate in the endgame raids and instance content. So it's just disappointing, to say the least. I prefer faster paced games such as Overwatch. I like to just jump in the fray, have fun. I work 3 jobs. I don't have time to sink into leveling up a character, grinding out gear, augmenting my stats. I just want an experience that I could easily get into without having to meet all these prerequisites to participate. You know, it's just not a worthwhile sacrifice, to say the least. So even though the Lord of the Rings Online has tremendous nostalgic value, even though the classes and characters are iconic, legendary, and robust, the slow gameplay, coupled with need to incessantly grind to be eligible to partake in the metagame content, just creates a recipe for disaster and deters people from wanting to play the game long term. Even in the PvMP zones are practically desolated. It's almost impossible to find a single adversary. As per the raid content, the endgame content, people struggle to find raids and groups to join, primarily because so few people. There's just such a finite niche that can participate in the metagame content due to most people not having the patience to duke it out and to attain that feat of being eligible to run endgame content. So the way the game could be streamlined is lower level players can be upskilled to partake in higher level content. The stats of every item they wield and utilize can be significantly augmented. The gameplay can be faster. The amount of experience required to level up can be reduced by 90%. People can have access to eagles or faster mounts. I mean, there's just a lot of ideas that can rekindle people's interest in the game and reinvigorate the game and bring a surge of life back into the game. But now it just feels desolated, dreary, drab, and depressing. You could explore vast territory in Middle-earth and you won't stumble upon a single human player. NPCs are too dispersed. They don't feel dynamic. The most enticing reason to play Lord of the Rings Online is to get a vista, scenic, picturesque view of Middle-earth in its entirety, because the map is nearly completed, and you could explore the areas that you only envision being able to transverse through in your mind while reading the Lord of the Rings books. But that's just not enough of an incentive to truly give me the impetus to want to further level up my characters, to partake in the endgame content, and to play the Lord of the Rings Online Mordor expansion update 23 again. So I'm just deterred from playing it. The grind is still there. It's been lengthened considerably. If anything, the grind should be truncated, not expanded. It should be contracted, not lengthened. But it is what it is. So if they were to reduce the grind aspect, speed up the gameplay, everything could be done in a more expeditious manner if they were to revamp the gameplay mechanics. And if they were to implement flying mounts and give horses faster running speeds, and add in more quests, more NPCs, and just make it more easy to get into without having to grind your way to the top, it would be definitely a more welcoming experience that more people would dabble into. But as of right now, just the grind is out of control, and the community is practically withered into the abyss. If you go on Lord of the Rings Online, attain level 120, strive to max out your stats, and attain the best possible gear, it will be a subpar experience because almost no one partakes in the PvP zones. Finding raids and groups is a nightmare, even at the higher levels, and Middle-earth is practically deserted. People have migrated away from the game to other games, so it's quite disappointing, it's disheartening, but I can see why. You know, the grind is too burdensome, and no one wants to succumb to an onerous burden unwillingly. Or I should say, no one wants to succumb to an onerous burden that they have to bear willingly, not unwillingly. Sorry about that blunder. I got next to no REM sleep. I don't think I got a modicum of REM sleep last night, but that's besides the point. And people are more interested in other games that they could jump into, that they don't have to meet all these prerequisites in order to play. So I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and insightful, as well as captivating and dazzling. Have a wonderful, blissful, glorious day. Goodbye.